Antique girl goes to tattoo parlor for the first time. Asked the male boss if he could tattoo his butt. And the touching tattoo brother is not to be outdone. Take out the hand-painted Hello Kitty. I insist on tattooing him with an electric drill. A total of 124.5 kilograms for 2 people. But it has an antique appearance of 125 kilograms. The well-behaved and lovely Lin Yujing. I have witnessed the unfortunate love of my parents since I was a child. And he is even more of a burden to this marriage. I don't deserve to be cared for. In the end, I can only follow my father who has just been divorced for 2 months. Come to a strange city together. Skilled entry to the rich woman's house. He is all antique, but he can only pretend. Well-behaved greetings to the rich woman's stepmother. The stepmother asked him not to be polite. It will be a family from now on. Longing for the intimate two in front of you. He knew he had no home for a long time. I learned from my stepmother. Father and he are about to leave for their honeymoon. Before leaving, let the aunt and stepmother's son take care of him at home. Looking at the nanny with a bad look, and he kind of nodded his head. He doesn't want to be a light bulb anymore. So with permission, I decided to go out. After coming out, he lamented that the air outside was still relatively free. Unknowingly, come to the door of a quaint tattoo parlor. He walked in like a ghost. Pushed the door open. I saw 3 mop heads staring straight at him. The air went silent for 2 minutes. See the fairy girl. Mop head number 1 pushed the pillow aside with his elbow. Lin Yujin just found out. It turned out that there was a handsome guy buried in the pillow. He rolled over impatiently and didn't mean to get up. The mop head gathered a handful and slapped him on the butt. Shouted loudly that Shen Roll was up to pick up customers. The man didn't look up. The super throw pillow hits the mop head. After greeting his family with swearing, he got up impatiently and rubbed his messy hair. Looking at Lin Yujing with wide eyes, did you ask about the tattoo? Lin Yujing was shocked by this operation. I thought I just wanted to take a look. This is it. Disturb this cranky brother's good dream. If I say no, I'm afraid I can't leave these 5 alive. He could only tacitly give a light beating. Grumpy brother came back. I tittied up the blanket and asked where to smell it. However, at this time, Lin Yujing's attention was just dragged by him. Head patted playful attraction. What a coincidence. I'm afraid it's not curved right. He unconsciously blurted out this butt. The triplets were stunned. The room was silent. Grumpy brother also turned around and looked him straight in the eyes, as if waiting for him to explain something. Mouth plumb blocking. The girl stood with her eyes behind her back. I was actually hurt. To ease the embarrassment, he could only clear his throat. Glaring at the big innocent eyes, he added, "Can you smell it on your butt? Say this." The atmosphere was even more awkward. Grumpy brother walked up to him after listening. Lin Yu swallowed nervously. It can't end now. Suddenly he saw the tattoo pattern on the table next to him. I went over and picked it carefully. One at a time. Soul Painter's children's graffiti attraction. Pretend to be well behaved and praise it. This Doraemon is so cute. Which grumpy brother corrected him, that's Hello Kitty. Lin Yujing looked confused. What's low in my heart? What the hell is this? Grumpy bro approaches him. Again. This is a Hello Kitty. Lin Yujing smiled awkwardly. The children at home draw very well. Grumpy brother continues to correct this. This is what I drew. He was so scared that he quickly put down the painting in his hand. Smile and want to end this topic as soon as possible. I'm scolding him in my heart. A tattoo artist in Nia knows how to draw. Suddenly he had a new master. I thought to myself, this question can't be wrong. Then he showed an expression of fear of pain. What smells worse? When it hurts, the irritable brother rebukes and smiles. And you ask why it doesn't hurt. Just what you want to smell. This sentence slammed into the head of the rain towel. Okay? Talk to death again. Then the phone in the bag rang. It turned out to be his brother Fu Mingxiu, who had one father and one mother. He obediently called out brother, listening to the performance on the other end of the phone in disdain. I have a cold, so I won't pick you up. I thought this brother's acting was really bad. Then don't forget to pretend to care and cooperate with him. Is it serious? How many degrees? The heart on the other end of the phone is 40 degrees. Lin Yujing doesn't show weakness, so I'll give you a 119. Hear his ridicule. Fu Mingxiu hung up the phone without mercy. Lin Yujing also happened to have an excuse. They take the opportunity to leave quickly. After he left, the mop head number 1 is still committing nymphomaniacs. That girl just now seemed a little pretty. Just a little fairy. Eyes as clean as glass beads. Then chagrin. I should have left her personal contact information just now. Shen Wan casually told him, how dare you tease this little kitten? Make sure you don't give up the bones and scum that are not on you. The other side was taken back to the residence by the driver's shower towel. As soon as you enter the door, you will find his father and mother's brother are back. Fu Mingxiu also looked up resentfully, looking at the sister in front of you. However, Lin Yujin has developed fake smile skills since he was a child. Sweet called brother. Listen to Fu Mingxiu's scalp tingling. He went on to explain that he was joking on the phone. Drugs to be purchased later. On the table in front of him. Aggrieved care that you should pay attention to your body. Drink plenty of boiled water. Fu Mingxiu's face turned black in an instant. Rain essence corrected, oh no. Is it hot water? You take good care. I'll go back to my room first. Fu Mingxiu clenched his fists. He quickly fled the scene. Fu Mingxiu looked at the medicine he bought, with a light sound, and he tossed it aside. You still want to please me with a gentle knife. It's no use telling you. The rain towel in my sleep at night is still tight. Grumpy tattooed brother in dream holding electric drill. Spit at him. Threaten him to take off his pants. To tattoo Hello Kitty on his butt. He struggled and couldn't. Your Hello Kitty is so ugly. What a pity, my beautiful butt. Hear him say that. Grumpy brother suddenly gently lay on top of him. Then the painting style changed suddenly and the electric drill was held in front of him. I have to tattoo him a luminous watch. He woke up in an instant. What the hell was this? Didn't wait for him to come to his senses. The stomach also screamed at an inappropriate time. Just remembered. He has only drunk 1 glass of water since noon. So I just put on some clothes. Come to the surrounding convenience stores to forage for food. I didn't expect. I just ate an Odin on the street. Stumbled into the social brother's appointment scene. And this familiar social brother, I just had to feed him in my dream. But text Hello Kitty. At this moment, the society brother also noticed that this day on the street, the antique girl who insists on sniffing her butt in his store. After 1 second of eye contact, the girl quickly turned her attention to the teams of the 2 countries. Sitting in the middle, Calm looked like he's watching a good show while eating. Unexpectedly, he was found by the red-haired man opposite. Eyes swept past his pretty face, finally landed on a white leg and exhaled a puff of smoke. Bad intentions just about to speak, but was blocked in front of the girl by the social brother. Asked him to talk somewhere else. After all, it's rude to disturb people to eat Odin. Is the girl book of changes okay? Still a polite and grumpy society brother, although the red-haired man is very unhappy. But due to the name of Shen Wan, still politely said Master Scroll, why are you so busy today? He actually came to support the scene for the younger brother. Shen Quan pointed at the convenience store calmly. He said he just wanted to buy some water. Everyone was confused, and I almost gave the first number 1 to me. Kneeling and wailing. Dad, come on. Lin Yujin Mai, who was watching the play, held back, laughing out loud. Then I picked up the rice ball with unfinished content, struggling to unpack. The plastic bag he wrapped Wahua sat down at this appointment site, appearing unscrupulous and very arrogant. Shen Quan turned around and looked down at him. Lin Yujin Jing didn't care at all. I am still focusing on struggling with the rice ball packaging bag. Finally opened, but I heard the society brother yawn, urging the opposite side to hurry up. To go up together, I have to make up my homework when I go home from school tomorrow. Everyone was speechless. His tone obviously didn't take the other party seriously. The shower towel was also shaken by the embarrassed hand. The freshly wrapped rice balls were squeezed to the ground. Listen to what kind of speech this is. Just a few days. The head teacher needs to know. You can fight in your busy schedule. Still thinking about summer homework. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Red hair can't stand. Grab Shen Wan's collar, cursing and saying what to wear. Do you feel like you haven't finished speaking yet? He was punched in the chest by Shen Quan. Didn't have time to react. Another intimate sticker on the forehead and knees. After 2 strokes, the red hair collapsed to the ground in an instant. Shen Quan squatted down. Instead of talking to him arrogantly, must be awesome. I saw my big brother being knocked down. The younger brother also swarmed up. I also arrogantly went up to fight. The scene was in chaos. The rain towel on the side picked it up calmly. Falling rice balls. Out of the corner of the eye, I saw 2 clerks and ladies calling the police. He looked at Shen Wan, who was watching the battle. He got up and tugged at the corner of his shirt. Tell him softly that the clerk has called the police. However, the scene was filled with all kinds of curses. Shen Quan didn't hear it at all. He had to lean down close to the rain towel. Lin Yujin also nodded and whispered into his ear again. I said that the clerk seemed to have called the police. After listening to the review, he raised his head quietly. Say to Lin Yujin, let's go. Lin Yujin was slightly stunned. Didn't wait for him to come to his senses. The society has gone to the convenience store. Go back and tell him it's 10:30. It's time for optimal sleep. What co-author is still a health? Brother Social then followed into the store, looking at the 2 clerks at the front desk with nymphomania. He gave Shen Quan a big look. How many little girls has this face hurt? A loud noise came from outside the store. The 2 of them walked out at the same time. Watching a group of sophomores behave like birds and beasts, quickly flee the scene. He can't believe you really don't care about your friend. Shen Junjin took a turn to live. Then inadvertently a fleeting glance. She shoved a warm rice ball into his hand. Lin Yujing was stunned, looking doubtfully at the social brother in front of him. He explained, didn't you lose that one just now? Lin Yujing accepted it shyly and muttered in her heart. Still a social brother with a thin heart. Woke up the next morning. He felt that he slept very soundly last night. Looking up, I suddenly remembered the rice ball given by Brother Society last night. I actually forgot to eat. With the mindset of not wasting, he takes the rice ball apart and puts it in his mouth. A bad smell spread through the mouth. Helpless, I can only throw the kindness of the social brother into the trash can. I thought it was a pity for this bad boy. The only remaining tenderness and kindness in the rivers and lakes. Neatly packed shower towels. Came to school in a rich stepmother's luxury car. It was his first day of school. As soon as you arrive at the school gate, the brilliant head teacher recognized him at a glance. Cute stepped forward to say hello. Are you a transfer student in class 10 of the sophomore year? Come with me. The top class teacher along the way. Enthusiastic introduction to the school. From time to time, I also look forward to a few compliments from the transfer students. The quality of teaching in our school is excellent. The graduation rate can reach 98%, a release rate of 90%. Lin Yujing had no choice but to listen to his introduction by the side of the road, knitting and blowing all kinds of rainbow farts. Wow, that's great. I don't know if this old man is bragging. School bell rings. Even though he was standing on the podium, the class is still a mess. Rain. The graduation rate of just 98% is really stable. The old man doesn't panic. I started to introduce myself without being busy, and the class is still a mess. Until he talks about the first time he chased a girl. This is not my first experience as a head teacher. The students quieted down and sounded nervous. He had a bad temper when he was young. Once a student was late. When asked why he was late, he actually said that he didn't get up all night to make up his homework last night. Such a good boy. How can I be angry with him? There was silence in the class. And the social brother who made an appointment yesterday, coincidentally knocked on the classroom door. I saw him sleeping and relaxed. The first sentence is that the teacher is sorry. I was late for making up homework all night yesterday. Looking at the teenager Lin Yujin in front of him, he sighed. It's really weird. Come to the city for just a few days. I've met this social brother 3 times. And Brother Society only raised his eyes slightly. Then I yawned at him again. Good-natured head teacher. Looking at Shen Guang with empty hands. Smiling and saying that it's okay to be late on the first day of school. What about your homework? I forgot to bring it. Speechless brother in the rain. People can't take what you said, you know? Made up an all-night homework. If you say you forgot to bring it, you will forget to bring it. It's too dog-ridden. Clever class teacher. The embarrassing hair is about to grow out. I just didn't catch his words. I can only break out in a cold sweat and ask him to find a seat to sit down first. The rain towel that just transferred to the city. Also speechless. He actually encountered this bank for the 3rd time. Under the gaze of the crowd, he walked slowly to a window seat. Politely let the little green hair sitting outside give way. He even said thank you. And the little green hair is like a thin chicken, trembling to pack up. Quickly moved to the seat next to the aisle. Lin Yujing is confused. Recall carefully. He did just say let's go thank you, instead of leaving me alone. This also made Lin Yujing curious. What legend does this social brother have in Bazong? Can scare people like this? And the Buddhist head teacher. But I didn't notice it at all. Turn around and let Lin Yujin also return to his seat. Looking at the whole class, only the social brother, the only empty seat left. The antique girl sat over without fear, and the chrysanthemum head behind him. But he whispered to his deskmate. Shen Wan beat his deskmate into a vegetative state. He was suspended for 1 year. I thought he got kicked out of school. That's pretty scary. No wonder there are only newcomers to the great Yuan seed. Dare to be at the same table with him. Lin Yujing silently pricked up her ears and listened to all this. The chrysanthemum head sees that the deskmate has a very strong desire to survive. Not a word. He finally asked a crucial sentence. Hey, can we hear this volume boss now? The face under the same table is full of don't come here. Let you six. I saw that the social brother turned around puzzled. Raised eyebrows. Back to the brain. Chrysanthemum head instantly fried hair. I even thought about the grief at my own funeral. Hurry up and explain it to me. Right, sorry. I really didn't say anything bad about you. Obviously. Brother Society didn't end it on the spot. What did he mean? I turned around and ignored him a little sleepy. And this time, the head teacher allows students to get to know each other. Enhance feelings. Assigned a new task. Have everyone look at each other at the same table for 1 minute. The class instantly fried. Lin Yujing. I was also numb by the scalp of this strange task. That's all. In the bustling rejection of classmates. Top class teacher. But the countdown has already started on its own. Lin Yujing also turned her head helplessly. The society-oriented brother who sees death as home. Shen Quan's face was indifferent. It looks undisturbed inside. Go ahead. 2 people just look at each other with selflessness. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Everyone can sit still for 30 seconds. Lin Yujin feels like he doesn't speak anymore. You have to pull out your facial expressions. On the other hand, Shen Quan stared at him calmly. His eyes swept across Lin Yujin's delicate face. The blind social brother suddenly felt that this antique girl looks quite recognizable. These eyelashes are so long. Why didn't you find it before? Mophead number 1 has a good eye for 40 seconds. Lin Yujing finally couldn't stand it anymore. Ask if you have a cold. Sounds a little nasal. Shen Wan stared at his eyelashes in a trance, and he casually replied. Lin Yujing also quickly turned on the embarrassing chat mode. I forgot to eat that rice ball yesterday. I woke up in the morning and found it was broken. Shen Wan didn't care if he ate it or not. If the rice ball is broken, it will be broken. Justin Lin Yujing, embarrassed. When I was about to cut out 3 bedrooms and 1 living room, from afar came the call of the head teacher to save. Good time. He often combed his breath and spread it out on the table. I feel like I'm alive again. However, the next second, the teacher immediately gave him a brick. I wrote my deskmate in 4 big letters on the blackboard. And get everyone to talk. The first impression of the deskmate during the eye-to-eye process. The class instantly wailed again. He bowed his head in shock in the rain. Effort. Restraining the rebellious soul of his bad girl. However, What are you afraid of? The head teacher raised a finger. Let's start with the rain. He was speechless for a while. What is this? What a strange part. Helpless can only force yourself. Thinking back on the first encounter with the social brother, tattoo parlor. He was sleeping on the sofa drunk, grumpy, butt is upturned, touching image quality, questionable sexual orientation. And when you come up, you have to tattoo your butt and fart. But you can't say that in front of your classmates. So he's running through this mental search for adjectives. Used to introduce the school bully and school grass. Which one has a louder reputation? Deskmate boss. Unknowingly, the 3-minute lead time has passed. In the applause of the whole class, he could only bite the bullet and slowly get up at the same time. Don't forget to stare at social songs all the time. Crawling adjectives like crazy in your head. I saw the antique girl staring at me. Shen Quan suddenly realized. Thought he was waiting for his encouragement. So he raised his hands very much. His expression still clapped perfunctorily. Look at him like this. In my heart, Anna. I thank you so much. Walked to the shower towel on the podium. Seems to feel. They looked at him with pity, as if he had finished speaking. The social brother will hold an 8-meter long knife. The result is the same as him. After a few seconds of silence, he was finally about to speak. With this colleague, the students in the class also began to hold their breath. My deskmate. He loves to learn, to make up homework the day before school starts. Not only does staying up all night cause being late, I caught a bad cold. And he forgot his homework. As soon as this flower comes out, Shen Wan stared at the stage speechlessly, and the students were instantly petrified. I didn't even dare to get angry. Just then the head teacher was called out. The antique girl finally ended her speech. It was like the class had been rescued. Lin Yujin returned to his seat, chrysanthemum head behind. He gestured to him in horror and admiration. Look at his expression. A warrior carrying explosives to blow up a bunker. Before sitting down, he glanced at the social brother beside him. He was calm and expressionless. After a while, the teacher returned to the classroom. Who's next? Everyone's eyes are on the same avatar, and he lazily said that he just finished speaking. Then he gave a look to the chrysanthemum head behind him. Chrysanthemum head quickly understands. Raise your hand to signal that the teacher is here. Finally, the bell rings, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Rushing out of the classroom, the top head teacher did not forget to remind Lin Yujing. Go to the integrated building to pick up the school uniform. Grab the chrysanthemum head. Arrange for him to lead Lin Yujing. Along the way, Chrysanthemum had introduced very enthusiastically campus environment and facilities, passing the basketball court. Lin Yujing without school uniform attracted a lot of attention, and he didn't listen. At this time, the chrysanthemum head suddenly pushed Lin Yujin. New classmate look. That's your deskmate. Lin Yu. Jin Qiangsheng looked in the direction of the chrysanthemum's head. The social brother resting on the sidelines sits in the wind, and he also noticed this new deskmate. After 1 second of eye contact, Lin Yu walked away quietly and unremittingly, crazy on the brink of death. Tempting chrysanthemums all praise him as a hero, then inadvertently went to Lin Yujing. The legend of the society brother in the school was brought up. I heard that the previous deskmate, he was beaten and carried out of school covered in blood. It is estimated that the grass on the grave is 3 meters high now, and the look on his face when he punched people was also campus terror. Legendary existence. Stunned in the rain. I didn't expect to tattoo Hello Kitty on his butt. The society brother. He is also a male classmate with a story. He was curious about why the social brother would hit people, and the chrysanthemum head doesn't know why. I thought he would be expelled from school for this. I didn't expect to only take a year off school and still follow me. Classmate key bad things I said. He actually heard it all. Mention this. Chrysanthemum head pulled the shower towel like death. New classmate. Do you think I can survive the Dragon Boat Festival? The little goldfish corrected him seriously. Dragon Boat Festival in May. The nearest one is the Mid-Autumn Festival. Then the chrysanthemum head put away her tears. Changed the subject. Introduced the dormitory situation to him. Bazong can live on campus, but not strong. After the parents agree, you can sign and submit the application. Lin Yujin, who has never lived in school, was instantly moved. And the other side, he saw Nan, who played with Shen Quan, staring at Lin Yujin's back. I am amazed by the freshman year of high school this year. The appearance of the junior girl is very good. Then he patted Shen Wan beside him. The primary school girl who just passed by is too short. There's a smell of you being a fart all over your body. Shen Quan ignored him. He looked obscene again and analyzed it like words. Shen Quan, a senior in high school, told him calmly. The freshman year of high school is still in military training. Possibly a sophomore in high school. That's a transfer student in high school. He Songnan quickly came over to Master Roll. The news is very well informed. Which class do you know? Shen Wan remained expressionless. My deskmate in class 10. He Songnan was stunned for 6.18 seconds. Surprised that it was your new deskmate. I didn't expect a downgrade to have such a benefit. Can you kid? The more he talked, the more excited he got. Shen Quan gave him a threatening look. The whole person is instantly surrounded by low pressure. Cried calmly. He Songnan. The next second, lift your foot and kick the basketball away from his butt. He Songnan, who fell to the ground, cried out. Why are you showing off? Shen Quan raised his eyes slightly, said in a threatening tone that it was my deskmate. Not your deskmate. Hesitating for a long time in the rain at night, finally plucked up the courage. The father who went to the rich woman's house, make a request to live on campus, but was rejected by the father on the other end of the phone. Blame him for not knowing the good or the bad. Obviously his stepmother treats him so well, he didn't want to stay at home. What did Li let his stepmother think? Lin Yujing replied with a lonely face. You are the Phoenix man. Are you so sensitive? I didn't wait for Dad to speak. He hung up the phone first. Throw it aside and bury your head. He felt the air around him suffocate him. He only wants escape this life as soon as possible.